Hi, this is a kind of commentated video. Frankly, I'm pretty tired. PAX Wet East is tomorrow, and I'm flying out then. But this is a commentated video for Shotgun Cop Man. This is a 2D platformer, 2D shooter platformer. That description doesn't make sense. It will in a little bit. From Devolver Digital. It was developed by the same people who made My Friend Pedro, which is another really excellent 2D platformer in a similar vein as this, but quite a bit different. This game feels like crack, is how I like to describe it. It controls like butter. It is amazing. And I can't put it down. So, today we're gonna do a full 80%. Expect moments of silence because I am sleepy. But we're going to do a full 80%. However, this also showcases in return the two categories that I am submitting, which is Angry Horn, which is the end of World 5, so about 45 minutes in on my PB splits here. And the incentive for that run, which is Angry Butt, at the end of World 6, about 57 minutes in. I will make sure to call out both whenever those categories end. But we'll just go ahead and get into things now. This game is timed IGT, but we're using RTA for this. And we'll begin when I click play. So in 3, 2, 1, go. 5 years ago, Shotgun Division Boot Camp. This is the really basic tutorial world. And you can immediately tell why I like this game so much, because it is Aim Labs the game. Unlucky. Bad movement there, but that's okay. So we have two forms of fire. We have a primary fire and a secondary fire. The primary fire is just a really basic pistol. We can use that to just barely jump up if we shoot from under us. But generally speaking, we won't use it for that too much. The thing we will use a lot throughout this run is the secondary fire, which is a shotgun. And as you can tell, we will recoil away from it, and our entire body will get flung across the ether. That is our main form of movement, is that secondary fire, and this, it makes this game feel like you're just playing Aim Labs, which is not a bad thing. I really enjoy this movement, personally. Into World 1, we're on a quest to arrest Satan, like I said. And so we're gonna go through 9 levels, 9 layers of hell, I suppose, in order to find him. One thing you'll see me do quite often is carry these demons around. This is for a few reasons that we'll talk about through the run, but the primary reason is that demons are big and annoying. They have a collision, so if you run into a demon, you, like that, will just come to a complete stop. And obviously that is bad. There we go. But the other reason is because demons can be thrown to create small explosions like that, and that will destroy certain destructible blocks. Here is our first arena level. Arena levels are really interesting routing challenges, because the spawns are semi-random. They have patterns to them, but depending on where you are positioned in the arena, as far as I can tell, they will have differing patterns. So they are really improvisational, as opposed to everything else in this run, which is very, like, planned, structured out. And I am a huge fan of them. Unfortunately, this one has gone really bad. I've just taken so much damage. Whenever you take damage, you will drop your weapon. There are a bunch of alternate weapons in this run that we'll use throughout, in order to get the heart back there, in order to deal more damage more efficiently. One thing you'll also see me do there is kill demons in midair with my primary fire, in order to get back a ammo for my shotgun. You have a limited number of ammo. You can see that at the bottom of the screen. And when you run out of ammo, it doesn't refresh until you're on the ground. So what we want to do is get that ammo back through killing these demons sometimes, which is very reactive. It kind of depends on how you play the level before that. Like here, I'm gonna kill that guy so I get some ammo there. Makes this really weird push and pull that is really fun. I probably should have okay. Yeah, I probably should have killed someone there for ammo, but that's okay. That was greedy. This level's not going great. It's okay. This game is quite difficult. It is also pretty early into its lifespan, so admittedly, you know, there's a skill ceiling here and I'm not anywhere close to it. But, because of that, the estimates for all of these runs are exceptionally close to my PB. I'm fully confident that with enough practice, I can get a really good time and be really consistent at this run. So those estimates are still accurate even if they're a little bit close, maybe a little bit scary. Right. This arena is really fun because these saw blades can actually kill demons as well, not just you. And with the shotgun, it's literally just a point-and-click game at this point. The primary fire shotgun, at least, not to be confused with the secondary fire shotgun, which is our movement. Alt fire, or secondary fire there. A little bit weird. So another reason we pick up demons and throw them a lot, outside of the... Okay, that's pretty unlucky damage to take. Outside of the small explosion, is actually for movement reasons. If we are going really fast and throw a demon. Okay. We actually go a lot faster, or at least maintain that momentum. So you may see me do that occasionally. And since it also gets the demon kind of out of our way, it is particularly useful for moving fast, because you can, in one motion, have a movement tool, but also have... I really want this shotgun. I hope I do not take damage. Whew. No, man. Oh. I was trying so hard to get a weapon because we are into our first boss, the Muri Saw. These are after each 17 stages. Every 17 stages there's a boss. And boss fights in this game are really challenging because you want to deal with damage fast and with basically no remorse. There's a lot of very fast clicking as well, so it is quite exhausting, but after that we progress into the next world. It's world 1 down out of 9. You can keep those weapons through levels, but you cannot keep them through worlds. So, very often you'll see me try to, like, get a weapon in advance. Whew. Dangerous. For a level later on. This is a really good example of why holding demons and throwing them is so good. Like, I will literally just throw a bunch of demons this level, and it will clear the path for me quite exceptionally. So weapon drops are also random, and it depends on the stage and world you're in at that moment. So, could go really fast here. Kind of want to keep my shotgun though, because we're coming up on an arena very shortly. Yeah, I'm kind of fishing for a drop here because I believe the next, one of the next levels is in arena that is quite bad if you don't have a weapon in. Holy, I am scared. Okay. I fell right into it. Okay. Interesting. Please. There we go. That was very strange. There we go. So this is the arena I was thinking of, where we have these bouncy pads, these bounce pads, also bounce bullets around. So obviously having a weapon with a bunch of bullets in it is pretty damn good. Where is the... okay. This arena kind of sucks. Cool. Almost took damage there. We just want to clear out all of the destructible blocks as soon as possible so that we can kind of just have open sight lines on everything. And as long as we don't take damage, it should be fine. Additionally, our secondary fire, or movement, is actually an exceptionally good weapon. It one shot kills almost everything. Oh, that is such an unlucky death. I was trying to react to the bullet that on the frozen screen, but it was too late. Okay. That's really unlucky. I have these switches now, which offer a bunch of kind of challenging movement puzzles. Okay. Oh my god, man. Also not gold with that. It's funny. I'm not very good at that level yet. This game's hard. That's why I'm not really commentating much. It's not really my style if you've ever seen any of my submissions, but this one is definitely hard to commentate over while playing. Okay, we have a shotgun for you, which is pretty good, admittedly. That was a really good boss fight. Nearly all of my time loss saved there. Alright, into World 3. This introduces these super evil, moving platforms. They suck. So bad. This level is one of the longest ones in the game, funnily enough. It's entirely because of these moving cycles. I think you can probably end up skipping a cycle on that left and right, like keyway type beat, if you're fast, but unfortunately, I was not fast. So one small movement quirk of this game is that... Actually, let me focus on destroying this guy. Actually, I'll just go right through him, fuck it. Who cares? If you're next to a demon and you right-click, very often Shotgun Cop Man will just instantly lock onto them, and it creates a lot of movement mistakes, actually, because it's fairly hard to... back at the start. Okay, we can talk about the checkpoint system after this level then, since I got owned by it. But the... let me pick up these guys, please. That would be fantastic. There we go. Yeah, it creates a lot of small movement mistakes because it is exceptionally hard to react to when he will, like that, react to when he will actually change his... Oh, I thought I... It's hard to react to how he will change his aim, like, mid-shot. Jesus Christ, that was a impossible puzzle. Well, 3 kinda rolling me so far. That's okay. Anyways. Checkpoints. Yeah, they suck throughout the entire game. It is the worst part of this run, easily. We don't super understand why checkpoints seem to be really inconsistent. My best guess is that it's something similar to Halo, where, the game won't give you a checkpoint if you're in, like, a dangerous spot, because it doesn't want you death looping. So, like, if it gave you a checkpoint here, while you were on this platform, you know, you could just instantly be killed by lasers and go through this huge, like, really annoying, death loop. So, it waits for enemies to not be around. This is all what I think, anyways. And once enemies are not around, it will give you a new respawn checkpoint. That said, it is very common so far to die about halfway through a stage, and then, uh-oh, you don't have a checkpoint, so you go right back to the start. Extremely common, happens all the time to me. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully we won't have it happen too many more times in this run, but we'll remain to be seated for that one. Into some of my favorite stages in the game, because you can just skip all of them. It's not even like that hard. Just go around all the destructible blocks. It's pretty easy. I hesitated a little bit. You know what? Get the heart there. That is why. No. I'm not a fan of this level specifically. Alright. Ah. Would have loved to keep that level for the arena coming up soon. Or keep that weapon, rather. That's okay. Hello? What is happening? Okay, that's fine. The end of this level, thankfully, very easy. So I didn't need the heart there. This level is terrifying for reasons like that. I'm absolutely getting the shotgun. Okay, well, never mind. I take it back. really wanted that SMG, actually. If I go back for it. Nope. That is the answer to my question. Thank you, game. Alright, here's this arena. This arena is really quite silly, because these moving blocks will push enemies off, but only if they're standing enemies, and we have a bunch of flying enemies. We do have a fair amount of standing enemies, but actually maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I low-key think the SMG is probably better here. Well, never mind. But yeah, that means we can kind of just target the flying enemies, and the standing ones will all get kind of low-key filtered out. Not a great one. Took too much damage, but it's okay. Ow, immediately crushed. Not so immediately crushed. Angry box. The box is angry. So this guy has a really funny strat. This is an absurdly good weapon to have against him. Well, never mind. Well, if you position yourself right, you can just stand against that wall and kill him exceptionally fast. It's really funny. And that's World 3 done. Alright, we're about halfway through, a little bit under, or a little bit over, rather, halfway through the Angry Form category now. These wizard enemies only show up if, I want that. Let's see if I can keep it. It will pay off greatly. Okay, an SMG is really good on this level. I'm gonna just have to dig us a hole. Very sloppy, but it's okay. Hey man. This level is funny. It has a skip where you can just barely walk past this gate, and then if you're positioned correctly, you can just turn back around and skip basically the entire thing. Now we have this reflector gun that when we shoot, it will reflect itself and bounce off of walls and also demons. This allows for some really cool puzzles. We're gonna have a pretty difficult stage with this one, with this gun later on. And this arena is awesome, because you have to just stay airborne the entire time, and it is the best level in the game. I like it a lot. These ammo boxes make it really easy to stay mid-air once it's done very quick. Carry on. Right. Here we have these pipes where Shotgun Cop Man will try to traverse through them, but if they have something in front of them, like it thought it did there, very funny bug, he will just get thrown out of them very quickly. So, gotta think ahead a little bit, and also they just create really satisfying, like, one-shot, two-shot solutions here. These pipes are super fun. I'm a big fan. This is a really funny puzzle level with them. You know, have to pick a path. This level kinda sucks because these demons will get in our way very often, but if we pick them up, they will get out of our way. We kind of Rhino carry them out of our way. And now we get introduced to one of my favorite and also least favorite mechanics in the game, the key. The key is very simple. You throw it, it gets stuck, but it also limits your ability to throw demons. So it is pretty challenging in a way, because you have to be able to balance the demon, balance carrying demons with the key, and sometimes it can be pretty hard to think ahead, like, oh, I need to, you know, take care of a breakable wall really fast. So, unfortunately, I have this key, which means that you can't really do that sometimes. However, the one nice thing about this key is that it is also a homing weapon. So you kind of just unleash the intercontinental missile on demons a bunch. This arena uses it exceptionally well. I'm a huge fan for this guy. Okay. If I could get a weapon drop, that'd be really nice. Okay, well, I guess not. That was tough. I had to use the default pistol for like half of it. But I still saved 30 seconds somehow. I guess I died on that stage in my PB. But it makes sense. Here, in this stage, gotta go down and then pick up this key. And then climb back up, where they're gonna spawn more demons to hurt us. We don't really care, but, you know. I didn't want to swap my weapon, I wanted to pick up the key. Thank you, game. Oh, that's okay. Reflector level now. This level is quite challenging. Especially when having to deal with the fact that primary firing under you makes you jump, so it changes your aim on the switch if you do. Now we have to traverse through this level to pick up the key. Very scared of that guy. Where am I going? Just traversed all of the wrong hallways on that one. My bad. Alright, and one of my second favorite arenas is this one, because you can fall through the pipes, or you can avoid falling through the pipes, and that saves a lot of time to not. However, you have to, like, do a really good job juggling your alternate weapons, because you'll run out of ammo, but if you get lucky weapon drops, which I have not gotten lucky weapon drops, this level has gone very poorly, unfortunately. But if you get lucky weapon drops, you can actually do that level in really quick fashion The rerub starts like that. It's really annoying. Okay, let's try to hold this for the second phase. So Anger Rub can go really quick if you have a good weapon, or it can go really slow like this if you make a mistake like I did, where I just got randomly damaged at the start for no good reason. There's never a good reason to take damage in this game, I guess. Unless you damage boost, but damage boosting is pretty rare so far. But, oh well. Some time loss, but that is World 4. And into our last world of the Angry Horn run. At the end of this world, we will both face off against the Angry Horn and, you know, teach him a lesson. Now we get these exploding boxes, because no shooter would be complete without red boxes that explode, right? Brief damage boost there at the end, so I guess we do kind of use them. My mouse is bugged. Why is my... Okay, my mouse started going 8 DPI, that's crazy. I think it's low battery right now, but that's okay. Thankfully, that should be okay for IGT. But for RTA, that's a small time loss. This level is really cool, uses the reflector to have these pretty cool, unique puzzles for the explosion but loss. And now one of my favorite weapons in the game, the sniper. The sniper can collat. Ooh. Thankfully, it's not the biggest deal. We don't use it here at all, unfortunately, except for the end here, where we're going to try our damnedest, but unfortunately, old bad angles got peaked, one tapped, unlucky. And now one of my least favorite mechanics in this run, the thorn blocks. These will change state when you shoot them, so they're pretty hard to manage and really interrupt your gameplay. Another new mechanic in this world is this little dart gun. It's kind of like a Tesla gun, where it will dart between enemies whenever you shoot it. Not a great. I got extra. Oh, I probably shot one of the guys down there. I didn't realize it. Gotta be a bit careful there. Okay, well, at least I got the chapel. Just barely gliding around that ledge. More sniper rifle. Through there. What did I run into? Do the demons have elation when they're transforming? That's kind of crazy if they do. I didn't know that. Why am I back at the start, man? So that's, you know, kind of what I was talking about in regards to the checkpoints in this game. Exceptionally brutal sometimes. Like that single-handedly loses a ton of time for zero good reason. Just bad movement there. Yeah, 30 whole seconds, man. That sucks. Oh my god. I'm playing a bullet hell. I'm a god. I'm a god gamer. Holy. That was kind of wild. Let's try to keep this weapon through to the boss fight. So we kind of just want to keep to the sides on this stage for hopefully obvious reasons if you're looking a little bit dangerous. I'm gonna try to fish for a weapon here, but we'll see how well that works out. This is a pretty solid weapon, huh? Yeah, this might be good. Alright, into Angry Horn. This is pretty good against Angry Horn specifically because he has these phases where he spawns a bunch of bonus enemies. Just waves of pets. And then does this little slide attack. However, I'm dealing basically nothing to him. So let's try this weapon instead. Might be good. There we go. A little bit better, but that will be... This is the start of the incentive world, technically. We just defeated Angry Worm, so... Now, into World 6, we get these pushable blocks. If you primary fire, you only move them one, which in some cases will do. But if you secondary fire, you'll actually do them quite a lot further. But we'll be doing that a lot too. Pretty messy movement there. Here we get the Gatling gun, which is fantastic in this world in specific. I love this level, it's so fun. Okay, well, I said I was going to wait, and then I did not wait, which, fair enough. I die there, like, okay. Pretty rough right now. But, oh my god. 3 Gatling guns for the fans. That's fine. That was really bad. That death sucked. What is happening? Dude. What a terrible start to this world, huh? Man, that sucks. 2 deaths, and just like that, I am basically dead even with PB. That's quite unfortunate. What am I doing, man? Oh yeah, well that'll save a lot. That level did not go well, my PB. Alright, this arena, pretty tough, but blocking. Need to destroy the voids at the bottom here in order to get the standing guys to walk over them. This guy always drops an SMG, which is very convenient. You just have to actually keep it. Okay. scary there. Bad news. Go back for this. I don't know if it'll be worth. It was indeed not worth. What? Now we have these missiles that, when shot, will explode, and these hard brick that won't explode unless blown up with a full bomb. You know what? Kind of unfortunate about the way this world started, but kind of coming back. That's good. Have to wait here for platform to line up and shoot this. I really want to try to keep this Gatling gun until the boss, which I do think is pretty doable, but it's gonna be quite challenging. Thankfully, this is not part of the challenge here. Well, it might be if I do stuff like that. Ah. Where am I? I'm back at the start, man. If I swear to God. So Gatling guns are one of the best weapons in the entire game. So if you can bring one of those into a boss fight, it is actually incredible. And this entire world has just been exceptionally rough. Hello? What? Okay. I didn't realize I had to be fully up because I would not have the time. I would like this hard again. Oh yeah, I guess I never explained how health mechanics in this game work, which is a funny thing to wait until World 6 to explain. Oh my god, please let me keep this. Holy shit, that is so lucky. Okay, well, Angry Butt will go down almost instantaneously. You will see just how strong this weapon is. Pretty good. Losing the Gatling gun there isn't a huge deal. Am I 3 minutes ahead? That's crazy. I did not think I would be leaving World 6 3 minutes ahead after that long. Not gonna lie. Anyways, that's the end of the incentive, and the rest of this is just the normal any percent coming up on the last few worlds now, and these are some of my favorites personally. World 7 like this, low-key. World 7 starts off with these wind currents that, when you're in them, you have infinite ammo. It kind of treats you like you're grounded. Right, I needed to throw the sniper away anyways. Oh well. And then introduces this, this kind of explosion weapon. Want to be careful. Now into the best level in the game, 7-3. You know, level design excellence really speaks for itself often. Where is this enemy? This is one of the many cases of such excellence really speaking for itself. Air elbow movement through here, but having the exploding weapon here is exceptionally good, because this level introduces these bubbles which you fly around in, and those destructible walls get really annoying if you're, you know, if you don't have that weapon. These levels are so fluid, they feel so good. That's interesting. Guess we'll go back down and get the heart on the way up. Okay, well, I guess that works. That was a weird one. Okay, honestly, would love to have the explosion weapon in this stage. The stage is this big maze with all of these destructible blocks, and this this weapon kind of folds out in kind of a ray gun pattern where it will, over time, add a cone that it arcs in, which makes destroying all of the things there really fast, but can be quite troublesome if you're not careful. In this stage, oh, a Gatling gun. This stage introduces these moving blocks that kind of chase you around, Weeping Angel style. Oh, I got ambushed. Oh, it's so unlucky. I really wanted to keep that Gatling gun for as long as I could. Okay. Ooh, scary. Weird. My bubble popped unexpectedly. Right. Ow. This level is the worst I fear. Just have to push this block around. Wasn't too bad there, but definitely have been better. I mean, might as well take this pistol in case I don't get anything better from these guys as I go. Oh, sniper is a little bit better. I'll take that instead. Now onto Angry Ref. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know why. This guy's pretty easy, ultimately. You can kind of just stand and shoot him from a distance. Made especially easy with the sniper, I suppose. Very nice. Into World 8. Only 2 more to go. This world introduces these kind of pulse blocks, where when you shoot them, you'll get either flung away from them or brought towards them. Kind of like a magnet in a way. I like this world a lot. This magnet mechanic is awesome. That's a bit risky. Hit off. I think it's fair, but... Oh, that was close. Nice. Dude, there's no way. I literally thought about that happening the other day and I was like, no, that'd never happen. Oh, that's quite dumb. Quite the silly mistake. Just accidentally threw a bit too horizontal there. Actually, I wonder if it's faster to come back. They don't respawn? That's crazy. I also didn't know that. Learning a bunch of new stuff today. Okay. That was bad. This level introduces the flamethrower, which is awesome. It's a flamethrower, you know? Forgot I was holding the guy. Were those two guys? Love that part of the stage. You just ignore the big scary enemy that was once a full boss. Wait, does the flamethrower really not give you back ammo on your secondary? That's kind of crazy. I never knew that. Pick a pistol. Never mind. Guess you'll take my pistol from me. Probably could have fished for one there. I'm pretty sure this... Pretty sure there's arena in the next... An arena. And the next few pages. This is really awkward. Yeah, I guess we're doing this without a heart. Hopefully we've gotten a checkpoint. Okay, cool. We sure did. No. Oh my god. So here we have to use these switches to move these spike balls. The spike balls will block the lasers. We'll see that in another stage coming up very shortly. But... first we have this arena, where a bunch of the enemies are kind of locked in these little crystals, if you will, I guess. That weapon was really good to have, but you know what? We have a shotgun, so maybe we can cover decently. This one can be really tricky, because it has a lot of like movement, I would say, that usually in other arenas you don't necessarily need to move around a lot, and I choose to because generally it is better for ammo management and such, but you know. Same deal here. To move these around in order to have the... I really wanted that weapon, but fortunately it would have been too risky to go for earlier. Might have missed a cycle. I don't think getting that weapon would have been worth a cycle. That's good. I got a checkpoint right before I died. Oof. I always forget the start of this stage. A bit sloppy. I would love to have a weapon for Angry Machine next boss here. Be very careful with our damage. This weapon can absolutely shred bosses. So as long as I keep my distance, it might be okay. pretty decent. Definitely could have been better, but... Out of World 8 and into World 9, the final world of this run. You're quite ahead of schedule, I would say, honestly. No. You know what? Me getting a Gatling gun this often right now is a bad sign for when we come up to the final boss, which is the only time it matters. Because my entire lead could go down the drain if we get bad weapons for the final boss. High key. I genuinely will farm the final main level for a good weapon. Do not care. Oh, interesting. Did not think about it. Do I just have to, like, death abuse? I don't know why I full died there, but I guess I can't use a flamethrower for those... for the pipes. I've never thought about that before today. I feel like that should work, Mikey. Okay, this is the weapon I mostly want to keep, if at all possible. This weapon is absolutely nuts at shredding through enemies. But it is quite difficult to keep this one, admittedly. Lots of enemies to be afraid of right now. No way. That would have been really tough with that weapon anyways. Okay, whatever. Dude, what was that? Okay, goodbye. That's crazy. I did not expect to get owned like that there. Now we have these little landmines that shoot bullets when they jump up. They're honestly pretty small threats, all things considered. Okay. That's really unfortunate. I do not like this stage. It's a cool concept, but there's one later on that I like a lot more. I like this. I keep greeting for weapons when I can just wait until the end to care about what weapon I have. But like, I don't know, man. I think good weapons now is good. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. That one was tough. This arena is basically just aim labs. How fast can you rant? This one can be pretty annoying if you have to shoot down. Dude, no way. Okay. Down underneath you, so in the bottom, 2 corners. Because... Sorry. There we go. It can be really annoying, that stage, if you have to shoot under you, because the primary fire makes you go uppies, for lack of a better word right now. This game's hard. I've been trying to lock in, especially with a lead like this, like, it's pretty nuts. It can be quite the challenge. What am I doing? God. That's really annoying. Oh my god, all of those guys died. That's wild. Wait for you. Okay. This arena lets you choose your own weapon, which is very cool. However, there's just a correct choice. It really doesn't matter. And I would love, 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 love to keep this Gatling gun till the very end. But let's see if I can actually do that. No shot. Get away from me. Okay, I believe we can work with this. If I get this in return. That's okay. You just have to be extremely careful from here on out to not die with this thing. I'm gonna take some intended time loss here to make sure we don't lose this weapon. No shot that that's crazy. I just overshot the whatever. Well, didn't even lose that much time. I'm farming super hard on these last 2 stages then for a good weapon. Okay, and we're going. We're go mode. Okay, these last 2 stages are exceptionally easy with a Gatling gun. I just have to play it extremely safe. That's crazy. Okay. Genuinely, this sucks. And this weapon can work if manage to not take any damage. I would rather go with this weapon, I think. The flamethrower is good, don't get me wrong, but this one probably has a better chance of actually killing the boss pretty fast. Okay, here's the final boss, Satan. I'm gonna have to lock in. I've been locked in this whole run, but you know. 115 right now? Okay. This is like a 2-minute long stage, by the way, so. That was dumb. Dude, there's just no way. Well, the only chance of PB now is getting exceptionally lucky. After each, so this fight is really long. Obviously, if it's, you know, 2 minutes long and every other stage is under a minute. The only saving grace that we have is, one, we can take a weapon into it from 916. But two, Satan will spawn weapons after each mini-boss phase. He respawns almost every boss that we have fought through the game in this final one. And after each one, he spawns in a new weapon. So maybe we can luck out and get a half-decent weapon, but honestly, I'm pretty doubtful. Actually got the best RNG possible. That's crazy. Yeah, this is the weapon that I believe is fastest with him. You can see how fast he shreds these bosses. And I have a Gatling gun just in case I take early damage here. That's wild. Alright, Angry Man. You match. There's no shot. That sucks so bad, dude. This might still be okay. Well, this is no shots. What is this attack? I've literally never seen this attack before. Once time comes up, when the cutscene starts, when 3, 2, 1, time. Or when the result screen is. Man! I cannot believe I lost 2 minutes there. Is that an IGT PB? It is. What a bad boss fight. That sucks. Well, a pretty good run, all things considered. A lot of mistakes to clean up, but pretty good. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully I get a better Satan boss fight in the go run if you choose to accept any percent. Appreciate it.